Gulf Coast Wildlife Rescue. Nature gives wild animals everything they need to survive. They find food and shelter. They raise their young. They do these things without our help. Sometimes people cause problems that harm wild animals. When this happens, animals need our help. One of the worst problems we caused wild animals was the Gulf Coast oil spill. Oil and more oil. A deepwater oil well pumps oil from the ocean floor. Oil companies have built many of these wells in the Gulf of Mexico. On April 20th, 2010, one of them exploded. Oil from the damaged well began flowing into the Gulf. An ugly stain of floating oil appeared, and it grew and spread each day. Before long, the oil began washing up on the Gulf's beaches. No one knew how to stop it. The powerful force of the leaking oil was hard to control. Nearly 3 months passed before the well was shut down. By then, almost 5 million barrels of oil had spilled into the Gulf. Worries about Gulf life. The oil spill was a disaster for the animals of the Gulf. The oil could cling to animals' bodies and make them sick. It could poison the seawater. It could kill grasses and plants along the shore that animals needed for food and shelter. The experts knew many animals would die. If people worked fast, however, many other animals could be saved. There was no time to waste. Wildlife experts headed for the Gulf. They set up rescue centers. Then they went out in boats to find animals in trouble. At the rescue center, most of the rescued animals were seabirds and sea turtles. Many animals were completely covered with oil. Rescuers brought these animals to the centers. The rescuers' first job was to make the animals comfortable. The animals were cold and hungry, but they were not used to people. Rescuers gave each animal food and water. Cleaning the animal was the next step. For this job, rescuers used warm water and dish soap. Then they rinsed each animal. They left it to rest and dry off by itself before joining the other cleaned animals. After cleaning, most birds and turtles stayed at the rescue center for a few days or weeks. Rescuers watched each animal carefully. When they were sure an animal was healthy, they released it back into the wild. The animals' new homes were clean and safe. What happens next? The kind rescuers had done their best to give these animals a second chance. Sadly, the rescuers are unsure what will happen next. Once these wild animals are released, it is hard to know how long they survive. The oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico was huge. It killed many animals. Many more animals became sick and lost their homes. Animals suffered because of a problem caused by people. Now people must do something to protect these animals. People must make sure an oil spill never happens again. The animals are depending on us. We must not let them down.